Welcome to the Table for Two show. I'm Phil.
And I'm Jane, and I'm in my new Table for Two show shirt.
So am I.
Have you got your new shirt? In case you didn't know, you can buy one of these cool shirts on our Facebook page. And also t-shirts and all sorts of cool shirts and tote bag. And just so you know, any money we make from those shirts and tote bags, nothing's going in our pocket to go like, candy store. It's really supporting the show because you don't have a ton of expenses, but things like cameras and microphones that just broke recently.
Broke last show.
Things like that get kind of costly.
Yeah.
And
software.
And YouTube doesn't pay us a dime, and so all these good things. So any help is appreciated. And also we're on Patreon now. Our friend Paul had suggested us to do that, so we did. We thank our 2 patrons that we have as of this taping. Maybe there's more at the point that actually you're watching this, but we do appreciate that. And we'll see how that goes by the end of the year, and if not, we'll figure something else out. But we'd like to continue the show if we can. Meanwhile, who cares? Let's play the game. What are we playing?
We are playing Star Wars Destiny.
Woohoo! I was so excited because we haven't played a Star Wars game on the show yet.
It's by Fantasy Flight Games and, of course, Disney, because it's Star Wars. One of the things that attracted us to the game is it's a 2-player game.
It actually said 2-player game.
2-player game. We spotted this down at a gaming convention in Champaign, Illinois called Winter War.
Hi, Susan from Winter War.
Yep, hello.
Okay, she's watching.
Yep.
I don't know if she watches, but hey. So we're looking forward to playing this game. Now, what's nice about this game, again, a 2-player game, it's a dice and a card game, just so you know. So it comes with 2 sets of cards, one for the bad guy, one for the good person, the good girl in this case is Rey, and the bad guy being Kylo Ren. But you can also, I haven't bought any yet, there's a thing an ad in the box that came with it that you can actually get booster packs to play other characters as well.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. So if you like the game and you want to try different characters after you get tired of the same ones, you can do that. But during this presentation of the game, I'm going to play Rey. I'm going to play the good girl or good chick or whatever you want to call her.
No, I want to play the good team. Rey's on the good team.
Hold on. We had this discussion and we said, I'm a girl, she's a girl.
Yeah, but I said I wanted to play the good team. Rey's on the good team.
Why don't I always got to play the bad guy?
You don't always have to play the bad guy, but I said I wanted to play Rey.
You know what? We have to fight it out. I want to be the good guy!
No!
Yes!
So who won the battle, Jane?
Well, I guess you better get cleaned up if I'm going to kick your ass now.
Table for two, table for two. Having fun, playing games, just me and you.
Phew. Whatever. We're cleaned up now. I guess we can play the game for these poor people who have been waiting and dealing with our crap. But
I'm still the good guys.
This is why I drink. You want some of this? I don't know if you deserve
Yes,
any
I
wine.
want it.
Jeez.
Smells good.
Yeah. This is, by the way, Markham from Napa Valley. It's a California wine, which I really like. Sauvignon Blanc.
That is a really smooth white. I like that.
Okay, maybe I'll handle this better now, being the bad guy. All right, fair enough. So let's talk about the components of the game. Very simple, actually. There are 46 cards, and they're labeled on the bottom, 1 through 23, 24 through 46. Each player gets a set of cards, 1 through 23 or 24 through 46. One's the bad people and one's the good people. Obviously, I'm the bad people now, which is fine. I actually like the actor from Star Wars, Kylo Ren, because he was in Girls, and I watched that show, and it was a good show. So I have Kylo Ren, that's my character, but I also have a side character called Captain Phasma, who I tend to want to call Captain Plasma. I don't know why. Because he kicks blood out of people. I don't know. But you start off with 2 characters out of the 23 cards you get. There are 2 characters, and each character gets a die. That's why it's a dice and card game. And Phil, of course, has Rey.
Obviously, I have Rey.
He wanted to be a girl this game. I don't know why. And who else do you have?
You make that sound like a bad thing.
No, it's a good thing.
Rey.
That's a good thing. All right, go ahead.
And then I also have Poe Dameron, I even checked the pronunciation on Poe
Well, I
Dameron.
watched the show and the movie.
Yeah, well,
I say.
and Oscar said, the actor said, it's Poe Dameron.
All right, fair enough. You're a Pope piece of crap to me right now. Anyway, so each of them get a die as well. Now, those are your two characters that you're playing. Along with that, though, you get, obviously a hand of cards, and you shuffle those up, and you start with 5 cards in your hand. Now, the cards are all sorts of cards. You have event cards, you have upgrade cards, you have support cards that you can play, and we'll talk about those after we actually play the game here. But you also get another card. It's called the Battlefield. I actually get Hangar Bay, because I'm an Imperial Fleet person here, and obviously I'm the mean people, and you have?
I have Obi-Wan's hut on Tatooine.
All right. So the first thing we have to do, just to start the game, is we roll to see whose battlefield we're battling on. So you simply roll your 2 dice that you have to start with, and any numbers that are on the dice are added up. So I have a 3.
I have 2.
Okay, so we are playing at the Hangar Bay. At least I get the battlefield, good lord. And then Phil
I
goes...
threw my battlefield over there.
This goes back into the box. Now what's nice is even though I'm the controller of the battlefield right now, during your actions on your turn, you can actually claim the battlefield. And there's a special claim ability on the claim if you do that. And if Phil decides to take over the battlefield, he can have it. But whoever has the battlefield at the beginning of a round is the first player of that round, which is kind of nice. Let's take a quick look at the character cards themselves. Let's take a look at Kylo Ren on the screen here. Kylo Ren actually starts off with what's called 12 health or 12 hit points, whatever you want to call it. So Philip has to basically hit me 12 times in order to kill Kylo Ren. Some of the characters will also have special ability. So Kylo Ren actually does have a special ability when I activate him that I can actually try to get a battle damage, which we'll explain as I actually do that. And then there's also a really nice little legend about the dice and what's on the die and what kind of faces it has. So that's kind of the character cards. Some of them will have different abilities depending on what they do, and you just have to read them and know what they are. The other thing is you start off with what's called 2 resources. Okay, 2 resources to start off with, and then you'll see there's different tokens. There's the hit points, 3s and 1s here to hit each other with. There's more resources that you can gain throughout your turn, and there's also shields. And if you have a shield on one of your characters, the shield actually takes the damage first before you actually take the damage to your character. So the setup is pretty easy. Like I said, pick which battlefield you're going to be on. Your 2 characters start off with basically by themselves. You can also get new characters as you go along and see how that works.
I like the legend card they give you.
Oh yeah, little legend card.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, because you can only play 1 action per your turn, and if you're not sure what those actions are, you have a little cheat sheet here, and also a legend of what the dice, the different legends icons on the dice will do for you as well.
Yep.
All right, so I go first. I can be the bad guy, but I can at least go first because it's my battlefield that we're battling.
Battlefield.
Yes.
Yep.
So I can either, let me explain what you can do action-wise. You can either play a card from your hand, but those cost resources usually to play. You'll see there's on the top left-hand corner, it says the resource amount. You can activate one of your characters, which will show you that. You can resolve dice in your dice pool, which I don't have a dice pool yet. Discard a card to re-roll your die, or use a card action if there's an action on your card. And again, as I mentioned, you can also claim that battlefield. Now, one thing that's important, if you're going to use cards in your hand to re-roll a die, be careful with that. You only have so many cards, and the discard pile does not get shuffled back in. To win this game, one of us have to kill each other's characters. So his characters have to be dead, or my characters have to be dead. But if you go to take your next round and you go to pick up cards, you have no cards in your pile and no cards in your hand.
Not in your hand.
You automatically lose. So you want to be cautious when you're just throwing cards away because you might not have some all of a sudden. Hey, I lost.
Yeah. Or you might end up having to just hold one card indefinitely and not be able to play it just so you're not out.
That actually happened to me on one game. It happens. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take the first turn. So on my first turn, I am actually going to do an upgrade card. This card costs 1 resource. It's called Dark Council. I'm going to go ahead and put an upgrade on Kylo Ren. Now, each character can have only 3 upgrades on them at any time. You can replace the upgrades if you find a better one. But you basically just place it. And this one is actually a die roll. So I look for the die that matches the Dark Council. I don't roll it yet. I just put it on there. So when I activate Kylo Ren, I now have 2 dice in my dice pool for Kylo Ren right now. That's really it. That's my action. That's my turn.
Okay. I am going to play. Let's see.
Nothing. You lose.
No. I'm actually going to activate one of my characters.
Okay. Talk about activation.
So when I activate a character, that's going to, the first thing I do is turn that to the side to show that that character is exhausted. And then I take the die and roll it. And I got a 1 with a shield, but I don't do anything else with it at
No,
this
that
time.
becomes your dice pool at that point. You can't resolve them until you get to an action to resolve.
Yep.
Now, Rey actually has a special ability, but
Right.
it's actually, if she has a shield on her, which she doesn't right now, she could actually give me some damage. So you also
Yeah.
have to read your cards when you're activating. You might have a special ability or something you can do. So always make sure you keep mindful of that.
She'll have the shield eventually, but not right now.
Not right now. Okay, now here's what's interesting too. As I look at my cards, the other thing is, I only have 1 resource left. So you have to be careful. You can't just play any old card. You have to play a card that, you can afford, for a better word. And in the beginning, you can't afford much, which is kind of interesting. But just for fun, I'm going to do this one. Just because this is actually a 0 resource card. I can play this without paying. It's called Doubt. Re-roll an opponent's die, and that opponent then either resolves that die or removes it. So I'm going to re-roll your die.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to get that armor. Unfortunately, though, I killed myself.
Well, I'll take that.
So now you resolve it immediately.
Yep.
So basically, I get 2 points of damage, and he
Yeah.
has to pick which character he's going to damage me on.
It's a 2 melee. I'm going
Darn
to
it.
go after Kylo Ren.
All right, so I get 2 points of damage already. I basically gave myself damage, which is really smart.
Well, but you
and
took away a
exciting.
shield for me to
Right?
use.
Yeah, she didn't get the shield for next
Yeah.
time. All right.
I'm going to, that was your turn. I'm going to activate Poe Dameron.
Okay. Again, activating, just rolling the die
Yep.
and
And
exhausting him.
now his text is only for a specific die roll, so
Okay.
it doesn't
But
do
he's got
anything yet.
one range attack, which is kind of scary for me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and activate Kylo Ren. Now, when I activate Kylo Ren, again, I do the exhaustion. I do roll the dice. But a couple of things, which is nice about Kylo Ren, he's got a special ability. Anytime I activate him, I can choose a color. Now, there's 4 colors of cards. The blue, the red, obviously the bad guys, good guys. You also have gray and a yellow. And I can pick a color. So I'm going to say blue. But then what I do is I actually pick a card from Phil's hand. And if it's blue, it's gray. If it was blue, I could have done 2 damage to one of his characters. But it's a cool card to have, but
Yeah.
unfortunately it doesn't always work out. But I'm still going to do a roll to roll my dice into my dice pool. I've got a resource there, and I've got a blank. Oh, that's always a fun one. Anytime you have a blank, it basically does nothing. It's a little dash. Okay, your turn.
I'm going to resolve Poe's die, which is
boy.
1 range. And I'm going to go after Kylo again, because Kylo starts at 12 hit points, so
That's
health.
not good. That's not good. I'm going to spend 1 resource to do Clash. Clash says turn one of my dice to a side showing melee damage. So I'm actually going to, he doesn't have melee damage, so and that's what's good about the legend. You can look really quick and see what they have. But Kylo does. So I'm going to go ahead and choose melee damage. There we go. 2.
Okay.
So now that's an event card. It's played immediately. By the way, I could have also turned one of his dice to a blank, but he didn't have any, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to do my piece.
All right, well, I can't do anything with my characters anymore, but I can still play cards. So I'm going to play an event that costs 0, re-roll any number of
Oh, it's an
opponent-
Ewok.
It's an Ewok, yeah.
That's why I wanted to play the good guy.
So the Ewok is going to make, to re-roll any number of an opponent's dice showing damage, which is ranged or melee. So I'm going
Well,
to take this
it's
one.
going to reroll again to damage.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Okay, well, not as much damage.
Fair enough. All right. I'm going to go ahead and activate Captain Phasma/Plasma.
Captain Plasma.
He doesn't have any special abilities when I activate him, but I do roll a die. And he's got a
You
blank.
got a big
Man, I'm just not doing good. All right.
That is all I can do, so I will pass.
Okay, now when Phil passes, I of course take another turn if I can. I can't, and I'm going to pass. So when both players pass, and there's nothing else. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't pass. I'm sorry. I'm not passing. I lied. I forgot I have a thing here. I'm going to give you 1 damage first, and I'm going to give it to Ren. So that just resolved that die. Then, of course, you would pass again, I'm assuming,
I'm going to
safely.
pass. Yep.
I have nothing else I can do, so now I'll pass as well. Reset your characters. Oh, time for some wine.
Yeah, so we reset our characters by just turning them back up.
You get 2 more resources to start the next round.
And we get to draw back up to 5
I'll give you your
cards.
resources since you're ignoring me.
Okay. While you're drawing up, though, you can also discard cards. Again, it's dangerous to discard too many, but you can discard them at this time and draw back up to 5.
That's not gonna tickle my throat, but it's gone now. Okay. Table for two show. Host dies during game while coughing. Okay, so I get to go first because I have the battlefield. And I've got one of my favorite cards here. I'm gonna pay 2 resources, the only 2 I have for this one, because I like this one. It's called the Praetorian Guard. And I'm actually gonna put the Praetorian Guard as an upgrade to Captain Phasma. This is a cool card. I can't do anything with it right now. It does come with a die though. And basically what this allows me to do is if there's an attack die here, I can actually say the Praetorian Guard guards against it and takes that damage, even though they don't get hurt really, they just take it for Captain Phasma. So
Okay.
it's kind of cool.
All right.
All right, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna activate Ray.
Okay.
Big minus. And she didn't have a shield, so again, nothing happens there.
Ray kind of sucks. I'm glad I didn't play Ray.
She can be very powerful, you'll
yeah.
see.
Now, I've got no resources, so I really can't pay for any cards here. Let me see if I have anything exciting here. No, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Kylo Ren. Again, picking a color. I'm going to pick blue again. I just happen to like blue. And I got a blue!
Oh boy.
So that means I get to put 2 damage on one of your characters. I'm going to go ahead and just put a 3 on Rey. Take off the one that she
Picking
has.
on Ray, aren't you?
Well, yeah. And then I'm going to, of course, roll my dice for Kylo Ren. My dice pool. And I've got a 1, ooh, I don't like that one, but I've got another nothing, which is great. Basically, I've got a card that does nothing, and I've got the disrupt. Basically, that just means I can take a resource away from Phil.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to activate Poe Dameron. Wow.
We're just rolling a lot of nothing
Wow,
in this game.
look at that.
Lots of blanks going on. All right, fair enough. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, what shall I do? Believe it or not, I'm going to do this, even though I just said not to do it to the crowd here. I'm going to go ahead and throw away a card to re-roll one of my die.
Okay.
I got another blank.
Wow, this is an exciting show.
It's going to be here all day. Your
Okay,
turn.
well, okay, I gotta stoke this up a little bit. So, I'm gonna play Concentrate. It's an event.
You got Yoda too.
Because I got Yoda. Play Concentrate, I will. Sorry, that was bad.
That was it.
This lets me turn one of my dice to any side. I may spend 1 resource to turn another one of my dice to any side, so I can make good on this whole mess. So I'm going to turn this one to a 2. Let's make that a melee. And I'm going to spend the 1 more and turn this one to a 2. There we go. Ranged.
Well, watch this. I'm going to activate Captain Phasma on my turn. Now, when I do that, the Praetorian Guard has a Guardian keyword. So what I can do is I can actually remove a die showing damage, and he basically takes the damage. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the range damage. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for my guys. I got a nothing, and I get a focus. Focus is kind of cool if I want to use it later. I can actually change one of the dice to the side I want. But
Okay.
not the best roll again.
Okay. Going to.
I got no resources.
I'm going to resolve Ray for the 2 melee, and let me pick on Captain Phasma this time.
Fair enough. Not too happy about this. All right, now, by the way, I don't know if we mentioned this already. Phil only had 2 dice, now I have 4. When you go to resolve your dice, you cannot resolve all your dice. You can only resolve those with like symbols.
Right.
So if I have, 2 melee or 2, then I can resolve both of those, but I can't do a melee and a range at the same time during my turn. It's only the ones that have the same face.
Yep.
So I'm going to actually use my focus die to change one of my other dice to a different, side. And I'm going to go ahead and choose if I can get it here, the 1 melee on that one.
Okay. I pass.
All right, you pass. I'm going to go ahead and take away your resource. So one of your resources go back into the pool.
Ouch.
All right, you're passing again.
I am passing again.
Okay, I will give you 1 damage to, let's go with Ray. And I assume you're passing.
I'm passing.
And then I'm passing because this doesn't do anything anyway. So that's that round. We reset.
Yep.
Okay. So very easy game to learn, to be fair. But you get your resources. You get up to your 5 cards to reset. Oh, look what I have. All right, and I get to go first again because you didn't claim the battlefield. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and play or pay one resource to play a support card. Now, support cards are kind of like a character, but they don't get hit points, they don't have damage, they don't die per se, but you can exhaust them during your turn. This support card basically is called Armored Support. If I exhaust the support card, I can re-roll one of my red dice. So that's kind of nice. It gives me a chance to re-roll a red. I have a couple of red dice to roll.
Yep.
So.
All right. I'm going to activate Ray.
You have no upgrades at all, do you?
I'm not doing too good here. Well, I can't afford them. That could be the case too.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, a resource.
All right,
Maybe
resource.
later I'll be able to afford one.
I can do this. This is actually a 0 resource card. It's called As I Have Foreseen. I actually can do another action after I play this card, but I can actually look at my opponent's hand to see what you got, cooking in there. Oh, you got Luke in here too. Oh, and Leia. Why can't I get the good people cards? Oh. Yeah, so now I have an idea what he might be doing to me. But then this gets discarded. But I get to take another action because this is one of those cards you can do another action. And I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and activate Kylo Ren. Which again, I'm going to choose a card. Now I forget which ones were in his hands. I'm going to say blue again. I decided to pick blue. And blue.
Oh, man.
Which means I give you 2 damage. I'm going to change this to a 3.
I gotta get a little better with my hand magic there to get the red in front of you.
And then I roll for Kylo and Dark Council here. I got a resource and I got a nothing. Dark Council kind of sucks. I keep getting a nothing. Dark Council.
Activating Poe.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you got a 2 focus.
I got a 2 focus, yes.
Nice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and activate Captain Phasma. Now, you don't have any damages up
Nope,
there, so
no damage.
the Praetorian Guard can't do a job for them, for Captain Phasma there, but do you get a resource? And I got, this is an interesting one. I got a +2 melee. When you have a +2 or plus anything melee or range, you have to have another melee out there to use it.
Yeah.
So it's like, this one doesn't do me any good right now, but unless I can change one of my cards.
Yeah. All right, I am going to play an event. It's do or do not. Reroll one of my dice, then I may resolve it, increasing its value by 1, otherwise remove it.
And that costs you 0.
It cost me 0, so I'm re-rolling this one.
Alright.
Because I kind of like that one.
Ah, you got a nothing.
And nothing plus nothing is
It's
nothing.
Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. I'm sorry, that song? I think that is a song. Gotta have something.
And I mean, and resolve it. So I guess that's the end of that die.
Yeah. Gosh, I really want to do this, but I'm afraid to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to discard a card to re-roll and pray that I re-roll a melee damage. And I do.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You have to pay for that one.
Well, that doesn't matter. I'm not ready to resolve it yet, but now at least I have it. Okay, your turn.
Okay. I'm just going to resolve this resource.
So he gets 1 resource
Yep.
for her. All right, now the fun begins for me. So I'm going to do a resolve. So this die actually cost me 1 resource, and thank God I have the 1 resource to play it. So I have 2 melee plus 2 melee, which is 4 melee.
Yeah.
And of course I'm going to throw that at Ray.
Yeah.
So now what is she up to now? 9, 10.
10. You almost killed her.
Almost killed her. So I'll put those dice away. And it is your turn.
I have to pass.
You have to pass. Well, I think I'm going to play my armored support. I'm exhausting him to re-roll my red die.
Okay.
And I gotta focus.
Well.
And I think this is if you get a damage, I get to do more damage, but I can't. So I now have a focus. And it's your turn.
Pass.
You'll pass. So I'm going to focus. Obviously, you take the focus, and I'm obviously going to change this die from a nothing to a something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to change it just to a resource. And then you're still passing, I assume, safely?
I am passing.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just take my resource. And then, of course, you're passing, I assume, again.
I am passing.
And I'm going to then pass as well. So that round is over.
Mhm.
Just a reminder to Philip that he can also claim a battlefield.
I could.
I'm just letting him know so he doesn't forget. I don't want him to claim my battlefield, but all right. So we reset our cards. We get 2 resources and draw up to the 5 again. So again, I love this game. I think it's so much fun. And you never know what's going to happen. I kind of do want to get the booster packs now.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious what the other
Yeah.
characters can do, not do, and all that good stuff. And guess who goes first because I still have the battlefield.
Yep.
That would be me. And I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to pay 2 resources to do an upgrade. This is called the Cross Guard Lightsaber. It's a weapon. After I play this upgrade on Kylo Ren, I deal 1 damage immediately to a character.
Uh-oh.
So guess what? Rey is dead. Wait.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Sorry.
Nice touch.
I can't get my laser beams up.
Bye-bye. Put your lightsaber away.
That was
Bye-bye,
good.
Ray.
That was good.
Ouch.
So that's all I could do. That was my turn, but
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna win now.
That's
But I still have
not
to kill.
looking
I
good.
still have to kill Poe.
Yes,
so.
you do.
And you still got a couple of kills on me
All
here.
right.
So
Well, for my turn, I'm going, now that I have
I get
enough
some wine for
resources,
that. Oh,
now that I have
that's
some
great.
resources finally, I'm going to play the strike team, which costs 5. That's why I've been holding out.
wow, that's a lot of resources that cost.
Yes.
What does that do for you?
So it's a support. It allows me ambush. I can take an additional action after I play this card. I could have decreased the cost of this if you had 3 resources on Kylo, but you don't. So.
Don't.
Or is it
I
3
get to
resources in
die.
general? No, it's got to be 3.
I get to die. Which die does it get? Now here it is. Now
Yep.
you die.
Yep.
And are you playing that? As a,
And so that's an ambush, so I get to do that right away. You may take 1 additional action after you play this card.
so you can actually exhaust that card right now and play it.
I'm going to do that. I need some help over here. All
Ooh,
right.
what do you got there?
Well, that's a good start. It's a +4 ranged.
Oh, but so you
But
still need a range.
it all depends on what pose.
Okay. Unfortunately, I only got 1 resource left. So I'm just going to go ahead and activate Kylo Ren. I'll pick a blue card again, hopefully. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This
You're
is
doing really well with that.
karma! So he gets, he doesn't get 3. He gets 2
2.
hits.
Yep.
And then, I just roll my dice here. Oh, he gets a dice too. I forgot to take his dice. He gets this one. So I got a focus. I've got a 1. Okay. I've got a 1 melee, and I've got a 1 resource.
Okay. Let's see. Can I do that? I can't do that. I'm going to activate Poe.
All right. You have sucky, no upgrades, no nothing. I think that's called karma for wanting to be the good guy.
Yeah, I think, well, maybe karma's going back the other way.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use my focus die here to then refocus this die to a 2. Yes, to that.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 2.
That's a melee.
2 melee. I refocused to 2.
Melee. Darn it, it's a melee. Okay, I'm going to resolve my ranged attacks.
6.
They're both-
Oy.
So, yes,
That's
6
a hard
total.
one. That's
so,
a hard one.
wow, who do I want to try to take out? Well, I can get Phasma pretty close to death if I
Alright, so
deal
he
all
gets a
6 to
6.
him. So,
Now
8
he's
out
at
of
8.
10 now. So,
Oy. All right, fair enough.
yep.
All right, I'm going to pay my 1 resource to go ahead and give you 2 more damage.
Ow.
Not that great,
Okay.
but it is what it is.
I'm going to claim the battlefield.
All right, what does it claim give you?
Claim gives me reveal the top card of an opponent's deck. If that card is an event or support, I deal 1 damage to a character.
All right,
So,
event or support.
it is an event.
All right, so you get to give me 1 damage.
And I'm going to give it to Plasma over there.
Phasma.
Captain Plasma.
Captain Phasma.
Captain Phasma, yes.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and activate him while I'm there.
Mhm.
And roll the dice. And I get, the special thing.
Well,
What's the
let's-
special thing do? Special thing does deal 2 damage to a character or 3 damage instead if the character has 6 or more damage on it. Well, that's interesting.
Oh. So if the character's hurting, you can hurt him even worse.
Yeah, and a nothing. And nothing. The Praetorian Guard does nothing.
Okay.
It's resources, man. I got no resources.
I guess I'll do this. I'll get my medical droid out there. That's another support.
Okay, so the support character, again, is like a character and you can...
Yep. And that has a die associated, so
Yes.
let me get the right one. See if I can spot. That looks like the right one. Yes.
All right, I'm going to play my armored support. This allows me to re-roll one of my red dice, and if it rolls damage, I get to deal 1 damage to a character. I am actually going to re-roll this die. Resource.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to activate the medical droid.
All right.
I need the special that's on there. That'd be best. Ah. All right.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and resolve my dice that have the resources on them. So I have 2 resources. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to resolve the medical droid, the special, which is heal 1 damage from a character.
Oh, bummer. All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and spend my 2 resources to play this event. It's called Imperial Envoy.
Oh boy.
Reveal 2 random cards in an opponent's hand. Deal 1 damage to a character for each event and support revealed. So,
I only have 3 cards, so.
event
Oh boy.
and event. So 2 damage to you.
Wow.
Aha.
Glad I got rid of the 1.
Okay.
There's nothing else I can do. I have no resources and nothing left to do.
So you are passing.
Pass.
Okay. I'm going to reclaim the battlefield. I can. I'm allowed. All right. And that's reveal the top card of the opponent's deck. If that card is an event or support, deal 1 damage to the character. And it's not. It's an upgrade. So you know, whatever.
Whew.
I'm assuming you're going to pass again.
I am going to pass.
And I'm going to pass again. So we reset. All right. It's coming down to the nitty gritty. I get to go first.
Draw back up to 5.
Yep, and 2 resources each. Each with resources. All right, so I go first. So, I'm going to go ahead and activate Kylo. I'm going to choose blue. Ah, great. Damn. All right. I didn't get it. I'm going to go ahead and roll. Yeesh. Gosh, I got so many blanks. I've got a 1 melee. And I've got a 1 focus.
Kylo, I'm going to choose blue.
Shut up.
Okay.
Feel bad you lost the
Well,
character?
it's all about Poe, so I'm activating Poe. I kind of like to get some shield action going here. We'll see what happens.
Oh, it looks like resources.
Looks like a resource, but hey, those can come in handy.
Yeah, happens. I am actually going to take a chance, and I am going to discard a card to re-roll this die. Well, actually, that wouldn't have to be bad. Yeah, okay, I like that. All right. I got a special on that one, which I'm reading
Yeah.
as we speak. Okay, go ahead, your turn.
And you got that focus sitting out there too.
Your turn.
I will activate my strike team. Oh, that's pretty good.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Well, it's a strike team. That's what they do.
Anything I can do to kill that? Let's see. Ah,
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to do 2 resource spend. It's the only resource I have left. But I'm going to do this event. It's called First Strike. Deal damage to a character equal to the value of an opponent's die showing damage.
Oh, you
So
kidding me?
yes, so you have a damage of 3 here.
Oh.
You still get to keep that, but I get to deal it to you. So what do you have here? Let me organize you here. You now have 7, 8.
Wow.
That's a terrible little laugh. I just
Doing
didn't
a
go in there,
good
did I?
job here, that's for sure.
What's it's called karma? Because I was supposed to play
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Just saying.
All right, let's see.
You want me to play bad?
So
I'll play
that
bad.
one's gonna cost me 1 because it's got the little resource thing on it.
It does.
So if I spend, then I can't resolve that, which is not good.
Why don't you just resolve that now?
I'm gonna resolve, well, what I mean is I have a card for 2, but if I get that card, I won't be able to use this. So I'm gonna resolve it,
Pay your resource.
pay my resource,
All right, who are you putting damage on?
and 3 on Captain Phasma over
I think
here.
he's dead. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he's dead.
I think I killed something finally.
All right, the Captain Phasma goes by. I don't know if
Yeah.
we mentioned this with Ray. We probably should mention it now. When your character dies, any upgrades or anything go into your discard pile, unless the upgrade has a specific, wording that says you can actually
Yeah.
move it to somebody else.
Yep.
This one doesn't have that, just so you know. And then Captain Phasma goes out of the game, and you've got Ray out of the game, obviously. And then their dice go bye-bye too.
Yep.
All right. So now all I've got left is Kylo Ren.
Yeah, a very powerful Kylo Ren.
It happens. All right, my turn. Let's see, what can I do now? Well, I'm going to use my focus die to change this die to a +2 melee for my next turn. So I can't do anything but that right now.
That is true. Okay, well, I'm going to activate my medical droid because I need some healing over here.
No.
And whew, okay.
What'd you get?
You
can't do it yet.
I can't do it yet.
Well,
that's the problem.
Here's the sad news about that.
Yeah.
It is now my turn.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to go ahead and resolve these dice.
Yeah.
Which gives you 3 melee, which I think kills him. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. You lose. You lose. I killed him. I killed Poe.
That was a fast game, really.
And it can be. It can be a very fast game. It can be a very slow game. It just depends on the cards and what comes out. But I love this game.
Yeah.
I think it's so I find it easy to learn. Some people might think it's a little more difficult because you have to read all the cards and stuff. But once you get to know your deck, you kind of know what those cards are if you play it a few different times.
I knew, for instance, there's another card I wish was coming up. There's a Luke Skywalker card in here that you can keep pulling it back in again off of your deck. It's kind of cool.
Not right now, you can't.
Nope, I never got to that card.
So I hope you enjoyed watching Star Wars Destiny. We really dig this game, and we probably will be buying the booster packs and getting some more characters.
Oh, absolutely.
Having some more fun. But it is only 2-player, so that's perfect for our show. So if you're looking for a specific 2-player game, this might be a really good one for you.
I think I want to play again with the bad guys now.
See?
Karma.
Well, we'll see you next month here on the Table for Two show. Thanks for watching.
Table for Two show created by